All right, let's talk Real Housewives of Atlanta real quick. Kandi has announced that she will not be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And according to the Neighborhood Talk, Kandi says she won't be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her exact words were, "They allowed us to sit around for too long." Now, that statement to me sounds as if Kandi is saying, they allowed us to stay around for too long. It's time for us to elevate and move on to bigger and better things. Now, do I think that is genuinely what the issue is here? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope, 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 nope. I think, and this is just my opinion, allegedly, I think they kicked Nene off the show. Portia got married and she left the show, and the people that we loved left the show. But people who stuck around in some way, shape, or form thought that they were the main characters in the story. So I felt like Kandi is one of those people who thought she was the main character. The execs also pumped it up in her head that, hey, they're here for you, Kandi. They're here to watch you. And I think through the numbers and the views, Kandi and the network was able to be humbled and understand that the fans weren't checking for Kandi being the main character over there on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The Real Housewives of Atlanta main character was always and forever Nene Leakes. And that's it. That's all. Everyone else was just secondary characters in her story. Do we like Portia? Portia was like another main. And I think Phaedra is also good. But the thing with Phaedra is Phaedra and Portia can't carry the crowd or hold the crowd's audience like Nene Leakes. So Nene is actually the main character. Then come Portia, and then come Phaedra, and then come Kandi, Sheree, and Cynthia, and all these other people. They were just the secondary characters in the Nene Leakes story. And at the end of the day, it may sound, because I even did a video on Nene Leakes and stuff like that recently about her returning to returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta and feeling as though they need to swallow their pride so their numbers can go back up and allow her to return. However, I feel like what we have to understand is it's not about being cocky. It's not about placing the value of an entire show on one person. However, you do always have a star, right? And of any show, whether it's a movie or whatever, there is always a star. That star that people show up for, that star that people say, hey, I like you. You have something. I don't know what that something is, but you have something in you that makes me feel like I want to consistently watch this thing. I want to consistently show up for this thing. They have the main character, and Nene was that. So to remove the main character and think that you can replace her with a secondary character and think that you'll still hold the attention of the audience by recycling and doing all these different things while shitting on the main character, it's not going to work. Right? It's not going to work because, again, we fell in love with the main character, and that's what drew us in. So I do think the network needs to be like, hey, Nene, come back on board. There are some people that we might need to pay a little extra so they can come back on board, and let's just try a new quick run to see how the numbers work if you guys do return, right? And then pay you what you guys actually deserve. And then all the secondary characters who think they're now main characters can now be humbled into their positions and play their role as well. But again, that's just my opinion. Who the hell am I?